At 45, I think I look and feel my very best. And that's coming from someone who's always struggled with their weight the majority of their life. I've always been up and down and tried so many like fad diets and yo-yo diets and um, workout programs and gyms and all that stuff. And I finally, this last really year, I feel like I finally understand how to not only keep the weight off, but maintain it. And it hasn't been hard. It really hasn't been hard. I didn't do like a whole well, I guess I did revamp the way I ate, but it was gradual. I didn't do it all at one time. Like I started swapping things out. So instead of eating um like lamb or goat, which are like my favorites, okay? Instead of eating lamb or goat or chicken, especially chicken, I stopped eating chicken first. I got nauseous one time when I ate it a few years ago and I never ate it again. So I stopped eating chicken and just started incorporating more fish. And eventually I just eat fish, vegetables, and fruit now. And it's not hard. I cook the majority of the time. I cook every single day. The only time I'm not cooking is when we travel, literally. Yeah, I cook every single day. Once in a while, we might go out to eat, but I find that every time we go out to eat, we're pretty much disappointed by what we ate. And my man always ends up not feeling good. So that's the thing when you go out to eat, like, you don't know what oils and stuff and what extra stuff they're cooking with. You're just sort of, taking a chance. But he never gets sick when I cook for him, and I actually enjoy cooking. So, switching my diet out just a little bit, incorporating more vegetables. I always loved fruit, so that wasn't hard. But incorporating and cooking more vegetables with the fish, um, and I still eat carbs. I eat couscous or rice or and or plantain every like literally every single night. I love plantain. Like every meal is going to have a plantain in it. And I prefer cooking. I really do. I love it. I'm just, grateful that I'm able to do it every single night unless we are out of town. And even with being out of town, we'll try to do like Airbnb. That way I can cook at least a couple nights when we're out of town if it's going to be for an extended period of time. On top of changing my diet, I've always been pretty active. So working out was not an issue, was getting the results from the workout that I wanted. And I noticed that the results came a lot easier because I changed my diet. Wild, right? So even with my workout routine, it's not even difficult to keep up with because it's literally just 4 to 5 days of weightlifting, and it doesn't have to be strenuous weights. I don't do that anymore. It doesn't have to be strenuous, but it's going to be heavy. It's going to be heavy, but not strenuous. Okay. I do that 4 to 5 days a week, and I hate going to the gym, so I canceled my memberships a few months ago, because I have a tonal. I got a tonal back in the during the pandemic, when everyone was stuck in the house. I got a tonal. I used it for a few months, and then it just collected dust for years. So I finally dusted it off, and I've been using it since like towards the end of December, maybe before that. And I absolutely love it. It does everything from weights to Pilates. Now they have Pilates. And actually, I just got my Pilates band today. It just got delivered. I ordered that months ago. Um, but yeah, so now I can do Pilates, and I got an ankle strap as well. That's new. I remember when I got my tonal, I was like, why don't they have an ankle strap? That's all they were missing is an ankle strap. It would have been like the Holy Grail machine at that point. But they finally got an ankle strap. I don't know how long they've had it. I saw it in someone else's video. They had a tunnel and they were talking about the ankle strap. So yeah, so I ordered it. The ankle strap came, and yeah, the Pilates band just came today. So I'm excited to use that. Maybe I'll use it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow because it literally just came. I went on a walk. I love to walk every single day. I noticed that just by walking, and I try to do 10,000 steps. Okay, 10,000 steps a day, 8,000 if it's just not a great day. I can try to get 8,000. And I'm not going to lie, there's a few 5,000 step days, I'm not like super strict, but the majority of the week needs to hit 10,000 or more. And I just wear my pedometer. If you don't have a pedometer, get one of these because I'm telling you, it'll keep you on track. You'd be surprised how many steps you get in from the time you wake up to the time you are ready to go work out or leave the house. It's not that many. It's less than 1,000 for me anyway. So imagine if you don't work out at all and you're not getting outside to walk around and be intentional with your workout, you're not going to get that many steps in per day if you work at home, especially if you work at home or if you have like a desk job. You're not getting that many steps in per day. So you got to be intentional. I walk every single day regardless of the weather. There's some days that I'll miss because the weather is just if it's way too windy, we get windstorms every once in a while. So if it's just way too windy or just bone chilling cold, which is not that often, I get outside and walk. Today was such a beautiful day. I went with Coco on a walk, and um I saw one of the neighbors. I see her when she's driving every once in a while, but you know, really don't know a lot of my neighbors. I just keep to myself. But she was walking home with her son, um, and she was asking about Coco. Coco is my dog. She's a Yorkie Bichon. She's 12 years old, but she's 12, but everyone thinks she's a baby because she looks like a baby. Um, so the lady was like, "Oh, how old is she? 1?" I said, "No, she's 12. She just has a baby face." So she was on the other side of the street when we were talking. And then she crossed the street. She finally decided to cross the street to the side that I was on. And she was touching Coco and stuff. And I was asking if she had any pets. Um, and she said, "No, not really. I have fish." I said, "Oh, okay. Fish are nice." I said, "What kind?" And she said, "Koi." I said, "You have koi?" And she's like, "Yeah, I have a koi pond in my backyard." I said, "No way. I want to see your koi pond. Can I see it?" And she's like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I want to see your koi pond." I knew where she lived, but like I said, this is the first time talking to her. I'm inviting myself to her backyard. I didn't go through her house. So, um, yeah, she was like, yeah, and we had some small talk and stuff, telling me about her kids. And she let me film, so I'm gonna put the video in here. She let me film it. I was When I was back there, I swear I was like, it was so peaceful. I was literally transported to a spa. It was so peaceful. Oh my goodness. Yeah, those koi were beautiful. They're so beautiful. So beautiful. Like she said that they like to eat from your hand. She started feeding them. Well, you'll see in the video, she was feeding them and they were coming to eat. She's like, "Yeah, koi are
Oh my god, look.
friendly."
I'm
I
about
was
to
like,
eat
"They're
I'm about
friendly?"
to
She's
feed the
like, "Yeah, they're
fish.
friendly
Oh
fish." I was like, "Oh,
my
okay." I never thought
god.
about fish being friendly. So
Oh
she
my god.
proceeded to feed the
I fed
fish and they're
fish.
coming out and they're eating. And so she gave me some so I could try it. Oh my goodness. I've never experienced that before. And that was literally, that's my neighbor's house. She's right, literally across the street. She's not that far from me. So, yeah, and Coco loved it too. So peaceful. She was surprised that Coco was so quiet. I said, yeah, she doesn't bark at all. Even when we're walking, dogs will bark at her and she doesn't even look at them. She doesn't look their way. She's just very unbothered. She doesn't bark at all. You guys will never hear her barking unless there's someone ringing the doorbell. Coco is she didn't bark at the fish either. She was very much at peace, but I noticed she had gold koi. Have you guys ever seen gold and silver koi? And the video doesn't even do it any justice. They're gold. Oh my god. Gold koi. It was so beautiful in person. My goodness. The gold. It was gold. It looked like there was gold on this fish, okay? It was so gold. You could see how gold it was in the water. Like I said, I don't know if my camera is doing any justice from what I put up, but it is gold, literally gold fish. And she was telling me how the tail, you guys can see that the tail is longer on the goldfish. There was two gold ones. The tail is longer. It's so beautiful. Oh my goodness. And then there was a silver one. And then I showed you guys the gold and silver together. But that was just an experience. And it was so peaceful back there. And there were hummingbirds. I've lived here for 2018. Yeah, 2018. So I've been here since December 2018. I was able to build my home from the ground up. Been grateful to have been able to do that. And I never did anything to my backyard. Like, my backyard is not done. And it's not because I didn't want it done. It's because I just never knew what I wanted to do with it. So I put some trees up. They're big. The trees are so big now. I put them up when they were babies, but I had trees back there and I go out there every single day because I love to like grill. So I have a Traeger out there. If you guys don't know about Traegers, you need to do your research on Traegers. I've been using Traegers for years, years and years and years. Over 10 years, I've had a Traeger. Um, but anyway, so I use my Traeger almost every single night. Even during the day, I like to just sit out in my backyard because it's just so quiet. My neighborhood is so quiet. It is have a peaceful neighborhood. When I'm walking most of the time, I'm the only one out walking. 99% of the time, I'm by myself. It doesn't matter what time of day, I'm by myself walking, even on the weekends, okay? Um, but yeah, I'll sit in my backyard and just sometimes I'll just sit and just let the sun hit me, or I'll sit back there and listen to a podcast. And I thought my backyard was peaceful, and it is. It's very peaceful, even with just the trees out there, because I can listen, especially when it's windy, just a slight breeze. I can listen to the leaves. Um, it's so peaceful. But when I stepped into her backyard, I was like, it can be even more peaceful than what I already have. My goodness. That was that was some peace right there. I said, you probably sit out here every day, all day. All day. So I didn't do anything to my backyard because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought for the longest time I wanted to get a pool back there. And now that my son is grown, he just turned 21. So I sort of hesitated on a pool. I'm like, yeah, I will use it, but I don't know how often I'll use it. But I'm telling you, when I saw that pond, I was like, that's what I want. I want a koi pond. I want a koi pond. That was a level of peace that Yeah, I want a koi pond. I can see myself like meditating out there and just, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. And my glass door, my sliding glass door opens like all the way. It's like 3 panels. So it's very, very, very open. It's very much indoor, outdoor. So I can like picture like the doors open all the way. And I can picture the door open all the way and the sound of the pond just of the water. It was a waterfall. It was a pond. Well, you saw it in the video. Just that sound just coming through my home. And it would too, because like I said, my neighborhood is so quiet. It is so quiet. There ain't nothing going on over here. And I love it. I love that for me. And our yards were the same size, actually. Our yards are the same size. And she still had room if she wanted to put like a hot tub or something. So I can still have the hot tub. I can have both things. I can have the koi pond and I could have a hot tub because the way hers was set up, there would have been room for a hot tub if she wanted, but she had a bunch of plants back there. So many plants and trees, plants and trees, like fruit trees and stuff. And I want that too. I've always wanted some fruit trees, but and like I said, if I wanted to, my backyard is big enough to even do a few fruit trees if I wanted to. But yeah, now I know what I want to do with my backyard. I saw the vision. I feel it. I see it. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I feel like I was just all over the place. So anyway, I'm surprised I'm even doing videos, YouTube videos. I've been wanting to do this for years and I've never done it. I I tried, I would do a couple videos and then I would stop. And then I started doing showing brow tutorials, not really showing myself. I was literally hiding. I've hid behind my work for 10 years and only came to the camera when I had to, you know, because I was just like, oh, I'll just let my work speak for itself. But really, I was just hiding for, I don't know, for whatever reason. I thought I was a shy person, but my man was like, "You're not shy, you're reserved." Which makes sense. It makes sense because I'll talk if I'm spoken to, but very rarely will I go up to someone and like initiate a conversation. I do it, but it's very rare. I like to just watch. I just sort of watch. I watch and just see how I feel and, go from there. Yeah. I love it when people approach me. I rather people approach me. If you watched it this far and you enjoyed my rambling, please like and subscribe. And my name is Amina. I will see you tomorrow.